Who agrees the Fantastic Beasts movies are way better prequels than Hunger Games' Ballad of Songbirds? Games, Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, directed once again by Francis Lawrence, and is the fifth installment of the Hunger Games franchise overall, as well as a prequel to the original Hunger Games series. And fingers crossed, the very last Hunger Games movie, because we don't need any more prequels after this one. But they just about got away with this film, so Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes tells the story taking place years before the events of the original Hunger Games quadrilogy, before President Snow became the tyrannical dictator. He is assigned to Lady Greybird, played by Rachel Zegler, and in District 12, as they go up against their rival, a snake, hence the title Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. And it's literally Snow's origin story and the birth of the Hunger Games itself. If you saw my Hunger Games reviews last year, then you will be well aware that I am not so hot on this franchise. But this prequel at least looked like it could be the most watchable one since the first two. All I asked for was just a better movie than the atrocious Mockingjay movies, which did a pathetic job concluding that original series. And can Francis Lawrence redeem himself and direct his best movie since Catching Fire? Well, sort of. I would still take this movie over both Mockingjay movies any day of the week, but does that make it a good movie? Hell no. This is still just another meh installment in this meh franchise. And as a prequel, it is one of the weakest and blandest prequels I have ever seen. The Hobbit trilogy are better prequels than this. The Fantastic Beast movies are far superior to this. But let's get started with the good, as there are things that this movie does uh, right as a prequel. I would rank this at third place, just below the first movie and Catching Fire. And yeah, can can you believe this movie is released exactly 10 years after Catching Fire? I mean, Rachel Zegler, it's unfair if people are boycotting this movie just because she's in it, just because they're pissed about what she said about Snow White. The Rachel Zegler bashers need to stop getting their underwear in a twist and move on, and see that she is a remarkable actress, and her character here, Lady Greybird, certainly stole the spotlight. I mean, she's the best Hunger Games character since Katniss Everdeen. I truly mean that. She is the one person who gets the closest with Snow. I mean, had Snow stuck with her, he would have turned out an entirely different character in the original series. Not to mention, Rachel is still lovely to look at as ever, and Peter Dinklage is top notch as always as Casca. And even Viola Davis, she can do no wrong either. And the song for this movie, Catch Me If You Can, does sound rather elegant, and is one of my new favourite songs in the Hunger Games franchise. But here's where we get to where Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes just fails so hard as a prequel and a setup movie. because there's a great deal wrong with this film. Uh, I'm sorry, but Snow in this movie is played by a average actor, and we know Snow's fate. We know he's going to turn out to be a dick. They're so making him the lead character in this movie is a waste of time. And we know his bond with Lady Greybird is going to lead to nothing. So there was huge predictability with this prequel. There is a ton of killing scenes in this movie, like the original series, which I get is a part of the franchise, but it was tougher for me to sit through personally and too harrowing. Uh, and this movie is way too long at 2 hours 40 minutes. Why the hell do you need a near 3 hour movie to tell the origin of the Hunger Games? You don't. You could have told this in easily in a 2 hour movie, no problem. It felt like it took half the damn movie for something, anything to happen. That is how much the pacing in this film sucks. It's like if the games got a interruption and you had to wait an entire day for the interruption to get resolved. To me, the production design looked unremarkable and uninspired. I mean, because Lionsgate is certainly not the greatest studio. I really think under the wing of a more talented studio, this franchise could have been brought to the big screen better. And the ending, talk about an anti-climax. What ending? Doesn't feel like there is one. Lady Greybird's fate is entirely unresolved. We never find out what happens to her character. She disappears off the face of the earth, uh, and the games are now a thing that we already knew were going to happen. So there's no surprise there. So yeah, I can see where the mixed reviews for this one are coming from, and I can see why it's not breaking box office records at all, because it doesn't bore me to death like Mockingjay Part 1, and it doesn't make me angry like Mockingjay Part 2, but this this was still a pretty pointless prequel that was only made just as an excuse to make another Hunger Games installment. I give the Hunger Games Ballad of Songbirds 2 stars out of 5. Meh movie. So yeah, this is most likely going to be the weakest November 2023 release for me, but at least we have Wish just around the corner. Well, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. What are your thoughts on Ballad of the Songbirds and Snakes? Is it one of your favourite or least favourite Hunger Games installments? Please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please follow on Twitter and on Instagram. I'll see you next time when I do a ranking of the Wish songs as well as review the movie itself. And remember, movies are us. Bye, guys.